Hello everybody, this is Katrina, the owner of COSMarketing Agency, and I am here again in another video to talk about the very important topic of how to align and position your business. This is going to be specifically on how to do that on search engines. Now, when we talk about search engines, we mostly are speaking about Google, but keep in mind there's going to be overlap in this conversation to many other search engines. There's lots of different ways to find information online and to find businesses just like yours. So you want to make sure that you're diversifying with your search strategy, but you go into it with a clear plan and you understand how to align your brand with current trends on all search engines, not just Google, but that's a big one. Now, before I get started, if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified about when we post, which is every single day. Every single day, we are giving you guys valuable information about all things marketing, the latest and greatest information about our business, how-tos, tutorials, the whole 9 yards. We go in deep and in detail with every single aspect of digital marketing. All right, so let's get started. Let's talk about what you guys came here to talk about. So Google is more and more favoring informational and helpful content. And believe it or not, it's detecting AI pretty accurately, whether you tell it is or not. And it's starting to kind of, in a lot of cases, not necessarily bury the AI, but suppress it. It really kind of depends on the industry and the message of the AI. If you're posting with AI content and you're not telling Google that it's AI, you're not making it very specific what it is, that's going to be an issue for Google as well. So as much as they're pushing this AI on us, they're also being very cautious and very apprehensive about how and when and why and where they rank people that are using this, because ultimately it's not showing a real product or a real experience, right? It's not going to invite in the same kinds of conversation about what's going on, what is this business doing, how is it benefiting me, when it's just a fake sterile image of something and someone that's not real. So it makes sense, and obviously it can be quite frustrating because these are the companies that push this on us, but ultimately it could have an impact on your ranking. So when it comes to AI, use it as a tool, not a crutch, right? Use it to help you find information, to do data collection. It's always great for that. Depending on what you use, it can be. And use it, for certain kinds of tools and information gathering. Don't put pictures and videos out there using AI, especially when the whole thing is AI, start to finish, and saying, okay, this is my work, this is what you can expect to experience in my business. Because not only is it going to possibly confuse Google, it's going to confuse your audience, right? This is all about trust building. So it builds a lot more trust when you're actually showing your work and you and your team and what they're actually doing in their lives, so they can actually get a real life experience before they make that phone call. It makes it much easier to convert people that way. Not forget about that. All right, so we talked about the algorithm change to more human content. Not at all surprised about that. Here's another thing to keep in mind. In general, we are at a part of the year, and just at a junction in general in the world, right, where we need to really stop and focus and reevaluate what we're doing now. Let's just say that for sure. Not only are we past that halfway point of the year, we're almost at the end of the year. So that's part of it. But you really just want to take a look before you just start adding new stuff and hoping that you're going to throw that at the wall and it's going to stick. Why don't you look and dig deep into what you are already doing? Now, if you don't have a digital marketing presence at all, well, it makes that part easier, but what else are you doing with your marketing strategy in person? If it involves door knocking or, print or what have you, really dig deep and evaluate what is and what is not working about that. So once you start implementing more things online, on social media, on search, what have you, it's going to come out a lot better because you're taking that time to do that research. And that is also a good opportunity to update certain things on your website, update your social media profiles. Any search engine, it does not matter whether it's Google or something else, is going to get confused if you're giving it different information. And all of the time, and I mean always, I see prospects that come to me every single day that have conflicting information on their social media profiles and their website. Each and every social media page is saying a different phone number or email address or what have you, and then on the website it's different. It not only confuses the audience, it confuses Google. They think they're looking at different companies. They don't know it's all the same brand. Or what if a number's out there and it's no longer active? You got to check these things, and that means digging deep and going into profiles that you might not have gone into in a while to verify these things. I would highly recommend that you do that as soon as humanly possible before you just run and jump and add anything else. Also, what we call long tail intent-driven keywords are going to be very important for your SEO strategy. This is for your website, your on-site SEO, anything you're doing outside of that with your business listings, if you guys are doing press releases, hell, anything even on social media. You want to be very specific and very intent-driven with all of your keywords, all of your hashtags, all the subject matters of your post, your content on your website, everything, your blogs, just you name it. Be very detailed and specific. So, for example, you could have a roof repair specialist, which is kind of specific enough, or you could have Florida roof repair specialist, or you could have Orlando, Florida roof repair specialist. If you're trying to get business in Orlando, which we are located in, if you're new here and you don't know, you want to be very specific with that. With that keyword. And that's just one example. I can pull up a million examples for any different company. As a matter of fact, comment below. If you want some, I'll give you a few free keywords. Nothing crazy, just a few things to chew on. Write in the comments right now. Tell me what industry you're in. Give me a little information about your business. I'll give you some keywords for free. No big deal. But anyway, back on topic. You want to be very specific and intent-driven with these keywords, and also focus on the problems that you solve. Going back to my roof, for example, we also deal with a lot of cleaners. Mold removal is a big thing. That's part of the reason why these companies are hired a lot, because mold is damaging to their roof, some part of the structure of their home, and they need somebody to repair or completely replace or clean something, right? So that's another thing to get very specific. Preventing mold damage and things like that, really focusing on the pain points of that too, right? Intent-driven and focusing on the pain points. That's what I'm trying to convey here. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, if you have any questions, please, you're always welcome to comment below. We welcome that, and it helps the algorithms, helps you, and it helps the algorithms with us, so it's a win-win for everyone. Also, keep in mind, when it comes to ranking on Google or anywhere else, it's not always the be-all and end-all is ads. It's not the case. There's lots of things you can do that is organic, where you don't have to pay for ads. You just have to be consistent and persistent with that. So that's another thing I wanted to mention to you guys, because there is a misconception there saying, hey, I'm not going to get to the top of Google anywhere whatsoever without running ads. They are very important. It's going to help you get leads faster. Sure, it's great we run ads, but the majority of our strategy with our company and our clients has always been organic, maybe a 70% organic strategy, meaning SEO, social media, and website. Anything outside of a paid ad would be organic marketing, for those who don't know and are new to these terms. And if you're brand spanking new, we got lots of videos for you to look at and tutorials as well, so you may want to check that out. I'm Katrina, the owner of COSMarketing Agency. Thank you so much, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Also, remember to contact us for a free, no-cost marketing strategy meeting where you get to connect with me one-on-one, and I give you a marketing strategy to evaluate your business to see maybe where we could fill in the gaps, or you could fill in the gaps with your current team to help boost your search ranking, to get you some more calls and some more clients. That's what we want, guys, right?